Round 2 at Sand Hollow Golf Club by Mr. Seb K himself. We move up to the frontmost tees, which normally you would think, that's a lot easier, but we have very high winds out of the south, very firm fairways, greens are firm, and default speed, which is, I think, in the 170s, so it's up there pretty close to very fast. My understanding, though, is this course was designed on the fastest greens and scaled back, which means that it should be at least somewhat reasonable. Now, we get full-on tailwind from here to start things off, so we're just going to take a nice regular drive here, get it right into the fairway. We'll take that. Baby slow. Got plenty of club. Probably could play this. Probably should have played this with full backspin just to get it down here a bit more. But that is completely fine. Because actually, we go down any further and we're looking at a pitch shot. Now, with this much wind, we are going to have to take off on the lob wedge. Round 2, play it slower, it's scoreable, make every shot count. We're going to, for sure, Mikey. For sure. Have to think through stuff. Have to really try and make sure that we're giving ourselves the best opportunities to score. And thank you all for being here. You guys have been awesome. Adapting to the new time slot, killing it over on YouTube, so just thank you guys. Let's get it. Let's get it. It's going to carry like 109, 117. I put some loft in the full backspin on. I'm thinking with the green speeds and the way the wind is, this should hopefully have some nice bite to it for us. All right, a little bit pull fast. But that's the right distance control. Get a little bit jerky on the swing trying to force that. I'm just going to have to stay calm, stay relaxed. That way we can try and avoid having those sorts of swings as much as possible. No way. Just a little firm. Just a little firm. It's the right read. It's the right read, but we just hit a little firm. Stay on the high side of the hole. All right, so we miss out again on hole number 1. Don't love that, but it's okay. One hole's not going to kill you. One hole's not going to kill you. Now, this is uphill a bit, but I feel like if we get this down close and we give ourselves a smaller club to work with, try and cut this up. Hopefully don't hit the tree. That's hanging out a little bit more left. That fast just barely not hurting us here. Okay. 31 yards. We've basically conceded ourselves to rolling it back downhill from here. It's gonna hop forward. I feel like I have to put a good amount of spin to actually get it going back. Wind drifts it. Okay, come on. Let's make an epic flop shot here. Slow down. Slow down. It's too much. It's too much. I needed enough to get it going. But that ends up being a little bit too much there. Big chip, though, coming back up. All right. Big chip coming back up. Absolutely need that. Now, these are the ones that are going to get me in trouble because it's all about how much is this wind going to play and the perception of it all. So if we've got about 320, but then this much wind, and this is 290. If this plays 30, which I don't think it will. Hey, what's going on, Maximo? I guess the question is, like, if we make it over, we get 224 in. Like, even with that wind, we could do something with it. But if we go over here, 250, the wind is going to be even more in the face. Like, I don't think we can make that. I'm going to try and stretch this. I know this is dangerous, but... Got the overpower. Little bit fast. There should be enough wind here. Okay. So we're able to get that to clear. Not going to land in the sand. And now we've got 222. So now we can actually see, like, can we make something happen out of this? I will say, I think with this wind that it's going to want to land short, but if we land in here, or if we land kicking the sand, you got an uphill, I think there's enough to be able to manage it there. So I think hybrid's going to be the play for us. I think hybrid's going to be the play for us, and now it's just a matter of, like, how much... Come on. It's gonna go too far left. I hit the fast. So we're gonna be like a splash straight up at the hole. That was almost it. I think a little bit more to the right. I mean, it's all feeding down this way, so it's always gonna be a tough ask. Come on. Little bit fast, but that's okay. That's okay. Get it up and down for birdie and move on. That's a tough one to even have an eagle look at. So getting up and down for bird is quite nice. I'm getting a little bit fast on these drives, but it ends up being okay at the moment because there's just so much going on with the wind that the precision factor is not always there, so the fast doesn't end up hurting that badly. We're cooking, Raffles. We are cooking. Just got to keep it up through the rest of the round, that's for sure. Okay, so if you end up, like, rolling off to the right, that's not a bad chip back up. I think you just can't leave it up here. Now, we've got 255 carry here. I mean, this lie is, like, incredibly good. Like, this is like carry it pin high kind of good. All right. I'm going for gold here. Okay, could have actually played that quite a bit more to the left. If this rolls all the way through and we have the uphill chip, that's pretty much what we were expecting. Yeah, we'll take that for sure. Because look at this. Now we've got, like, this is our chip up the hill, which is really not all that bad. Hey, what's going on, Scotty? Thank you very much for the raid. Hope stream went well. Hope all is well with you. Welcome on in, Raiders. We're in the middle. Well, we've not even in the middle. We're at the very beginning here of Plat Round 2. Teach, welcome back. All right, left it a little bit short, but that's a very manageable putt. All right, that's a good start. Missed putt on the first that we realistically could have made, and then get 3 birdies in a row here. 1 year affiliate anniversary? Nice, man. GG's. Yeah, so for those coming in from Scotty's, we're playing Plat at the moment. Round 2 tonight. We've got ourselves a 3 under through 4 start, trying to move ourselves back up the leaderboard a little bit. Had a bit slower of a start than we would have liked to have had in the first round. Just couldn't quite piece things together as much as we would have liked. All right, come on, let's go. Starting to get our ball striking going. Just making sure that we can get our putts to drop. Because it's these guys. We give ourselves a lot of shots inside of 10 feet, but we also leave ourselves with a lot of putts that break like this. And so it's this sort of thing that really, really hurts. It always seems to find a way to break just like so much more than I can ever think it's going to. All right, so that's two sidewinders that we've missed thus far. Just so tough for me to be able to judge. So we've got to try and find ways to avoid that. On that hole, I don't know that there was much way to avoid that other than have better aim relative to the wind. And that's kind of been a big struggle of mine for a while now. That has been a big struggle of mine for a while now, is like how to make that wind adjustment side to side. I'm very good at the wind adjustment distance-wise. This gets into the low 60s, hops, and then rolls. I slowed it quite a bit, which might mean we're not going to make it all the way down there. It's faster greens, but there's not really a downhill to the hole. So we're going to just run out of steam. From that slow, yeah. Slow loses a couple yards. But now we actually, this is a reasonable putt. Now it's one that has just enough movement on it to make it tough on us. It didn't break. Just thought there was a little bit more in it. That is definitely not the case. So that's been our kryptonite. It's just been the putter. Yeah, like just a little bit outside, a little bit of movement, come back, and it just holds. Doesn't ever make that turn. But historically, if I put that left edge of the cup, it misses just below to the right. So like I feel like 90 out of 100 times that's probably the line I would think to take. $39. I think with this wind and elevation, we're probably still it's probably close. All right, come on, gap wedge. Stick us. I slammed the stick forward. Absolutely slammed the stick forward on that one. That was bad. That was bad. I felt it as soon as we hit it. Felt it as soon as we hit it. That was not good. Now I'm gonna try and bounce this up here and run it out a little bit. I did the same thing again there. Just on both of those. Not really a smooth swing. It's kind of like something in my head goes, now. And it's like, you just kind of slam the joystick forward as opposed to having that like normal, sort of natural swing that you want to have. Gotta get back to that. Like, have to take a moment, really like feel the swing as opposed to try and force it. Anti-slow panic push. It wasn't even that. Like, I know that swing, Vike. Wasn't even that. It was just like I was so concerned about the power that it was like, it's like as soon as I felt like I got to the power, I needed to just like slam the stick forward. My putt for Albatross popped up in your YouTube shorts earlier today, by the way. Let's go. Let's go. I can't believe that happened so early into the game. What a good clip. 136. I mean, this has to get out fairly close, right? This is tough. All right, come on. Nice and a little bit slow. This is kind of where I thought. How's the backspin gonna play? Off of the fairway, probably not well enough. Yeah. Like, that's a tough... That's... I hate the mechanic. Like, if you land on the fairway, you can't get backspin. With that much backspin, you can't get it. At least we're at 75 feet, because I am definitely going to take advantage of chipping this up there. Paging doily. Hey, they tell me 75 feet. I'm taking it. All right, so really hot start into the par train. Let's right the ship here. Going into the back nine. Let's right the ship. Actually, this is one where if you get it down there bunker side, you could probably just have a nice splash up. But that's crazy how much that moves left. I'm thinking I can run it up the fairway. Now it's like, now it's a long flop shot. That's pretty crazy though. That's like actually really wild. Okay, so I expect ball to fly out to the right, but also wind. Just for safety, I'm gonna go to the right a little bit. Like, I don't want to end up somehow left of the flag. I'm still left of the flag because we hit it fast. Full backspin and it doesn't stop. On a flop shot? I know it's a pitching wedge flop, but... okay. I'm surprised by that. Okay, so just like the classic case of just get yourself out of position and you can't score anything. You know, those first couple of holes we played really well, and now we're just missing enough and having a very difficult time with it. So let's play this out here. I'm gonna play the partial driver with a little bit of working back towards the hole. Just need it to sit in the fairway, and then we have like an uphill chip at this. Okay, so like trying to leave ourselves with this sort of thing. Okay, so we're able to get ourselves a birdie here. 4 under. I think the goal here has to be to do better than last round. Now the winds are higher, so you would have to think that the field comes in a little bit. But I don't know. The way that we've been able to find some scores and have been kind of close in many situations, I do feel like that means that there's maybe a little bit more out there. I think I'm okay with being to the right of the flag because that actually feeds down a little bit. 17 yards is the number. There's definitely got to be more than 8 yards played there. So if you go up another club... I don't know though, because 9-iron, like, that's 165, 156. Like, that's expecting 20 yards out of that, and then you're playing a bunch of loft. So I think pitching wedge with a little bit of loft, maybe some backspin, you kind of get it out to the right-hand side and roll it down towards the hole. That's the strike. Ooh, okay. Overestimated the wind there. I suppose with the elevation change, that's why that sideways wind does not play near as much. You gotta get this thing started, like, pretty well out to the side. It's gonna be so slow. I'm playing it even more out because we're actually hitting it with such little pace. I'm hitting it so gently and I'm still felt like it was cruising there. My goodness. My goodness. All right, so you cannot, I don't think, at least. Like, it's probably only downhill, maybe like 9-10 yards. So you're talking 317 and then that much wind in 30. And then, like, what? If you say you make it to the fairway, you still have 240 something. Like, it's so tempting. And I think that's the part that kills me here is it's so tempting and so close. But if I play it back in here somewhere, I mean, you still, like, have a chance, but it's the angle of approach that you lose. I'm gonna play it out left. We're gonna go for the overpower here. I left it too far out there, pushed it right, and slowed it. Had the overpower. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. We tried, though. We tried. I think this is kind of, again, like, just gonna go for the overpower. Except this time I'm gonna try and pull it left to... Yeah, I think that's probably what I should have done on the driver, is, like, intentionally pulled it just to not push it in the same direction of the wind. I think we can hit this. Go right. Oh, come on, you. Good touch, though. Good touch. All right, get a birdie back on the board. 276. I think you're... They're always tempting, but I don't actually think there's any way with the firmness and the speed to stop this. Like, no matter what you do. So I think you really are laying it out here and then just having a shot, you know, up the green. I think that's pretty much the only thing you can do. The thing that kills me with some of these is, like, we've been just that little bit off, and when you're that little bit off on any of the layups or drives, all of a sudden you're off the fairway, and everything is just that much more difficult. This has to be... There's no way we lose 20, right? 86. Let's say like 84, maybe 83. I mean, it's over 15 mile an hour of wind, but it's on a diagonal. But it's very high. think it could be in the 70s, so like you put enough spin on it and maybe it's... This is... I don't love this, honestly. Okay, not bad. If it spins back and to the right... Whoa, not that much! What was that spin? Holy cow. It's times like that where it's like, okay, and I play shot shaping Y again? Like, that was intense. That was very, very intense. What's going on, Stan? That, like, the amount of acceleration was genuinely shocking. Like here I'm thinking like, okay, like it bounced and I'm like, okay, it kicked right and started, and then it, I mean, like a rocket. Like an absolute rocket. Alright, I think the 3-wood is gonna be the play. I think a little bit of backspin. We're gonna go with the layup here. Just because I like the... I'm not as big of a fan of the pitch shots. And after that last hole, you know, pitch shots and I are not necessarily on the best of terms. Yeah, pitch shots and I not necessarily on the best of terms, so we're gonna just play full gap wedge straight at this. A little fast. How does it carry that much though? Like I get that I hit it fast, but like feels like that wind just plays more than it should. Especially with it being uphill. And this time it's gonna be low. Oh boy. I gotta find some sort of point of reference. I have to find some sort of point of reference for those putts. I can't be just like... I can't be missing those the way that we are. Where do you want to be for this? That's like one thing I haven't quite figured out. Because I really don't feel like I want a 3-wood. I feel like you probably want to be somewhere down in here. So maybe... maybe the 3 hybrid is okay. Oh, come on. I can't catch a break. Dude. What's going on, Linkster? Dude, I like this game just... I can't right now. 150? I mean, that's like the 1/7. That's like the 70% out of here. Anything short though is in that bunker, so I can't even like lay it up short. And hell, I have like no layup option. On the short end of this, I'm in the water. So what? It's take a 4-iron out here. This is my layup. Doesn't feel like much of a layup, but like it's not the rough. Ah, boy. Trying not to be too tilted. It's just like can't seem to make putts, and then like just the littlest things just, I mean, destroying my soul from the inside out. So we're talking 40 yards here. And 30 of that from wind. The wind plays, I mean, the elevation should take, it should go long. But long is okay, I think. I would think that this should spin us back from the slope. Honestly, the way things have been going, I just expected that to roll off the green. Like, I really, truly expected that to roll off of the green. Now, if this misses high, I'm gonna have a conniption! I got nothing. I got nothing, man. The putter is broken. Or the green's broken, I guess. I gotta go with the green's broken. But I have no words. I have no words left. Pushed it. Fortunate to feed a little bit to the left there. Again, really good distance control. So what? Take my aim and then... So I gotta take my aim. Which this one actually, I think, breaks more. If this breaks low, I don't know what... Oh my gosh! Dude, I physically cannot comprehend anything that's happening on the greens at this point in time. I'm... If I get demoted, it's because of this. We've played well-ish, and, yeah. That's been the story. I mean, it's just like a really brutal mind game to put it 8 to 12 feet away over and over again and then just be like, I don't know how this works. Still have 2 rounds left. Yeah, but like being 13 under through 2, man. I just don't know how that, like, how it can go this poorly. It's just like absolute killer. Like the mental side has just completely deteriorated. Like when you get that much wrong. How is it that fast of it? But it's probably because of how my brain is scrambled at the moment. That shot is just a full. Yeah, we're gonna end up with a bogey because of that too. Alright, well, I mean, it doesn't really matter where we aim, right? Doesn't really matter where we aim, because we're gonna just miss it anyway. Yeah. Alright, that was probably one of the, like, unluckiest. I don't even know what to call that. I don't know what to call that round, but it's in the books. It's over now, so that's good.